It's me, Creatively Calm, coming to you this time from my living room, although it won't be throughout this whole video. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Today I've decided to play around with water and light. So the light will come from this globe here that has LED lights inside that change color. Right now it's pink and it's going into red, and then yellow or green, and so on and so forth. And so I'm going to use this today for the purpose of changing the atmosphere. And we'll be looking at both water in the darkness with the light and the sounds of pouring water and splashing with water and stones in water. And then we'll also do some play with water and stones here in the daylight. So I just wanted to sort of open this video and say hello and talk about what we were going to do in the video. It is something new for me, more visual, some more visual ASMR, as well as obviously the sounds, and sort of see how you like it. And I also want to give a shout out. I'm very excited. Today I finally reached 50 subscribers, which to me is a great deal. A month ago I didn't have one. So I want to thank all of you so much for watching the videos, commenting, subscribing, sharing, liking. It really means the world to me, and I'm very grateful. And so I wanted to give a shout out to all the people that I was able to track who have subscribed. There are lots more, I know, and if I've missed your name, please do not think that you are not important to me, because you are vitally important, and I am extremely grateful to you. But I had to go back through my emails to make sure I find the ones that tell me so-and-so subscribed. So I just want to share a shout out for the people that I have their name that they subscribed. So really happy and grateful. Thankful shout out to Glitter Sprinkles 22, Sue B, Melissa ASMR, Grace the Whisper Kitten, Leah Whisper, Quiet Courage ASMR, Bubble Whispers, ASMR Yum, Blossom Like a Rose, Mr. Meridian ASMR, Jenna ASMR, Nat, Jenny Purcell, Sam Razor, Wandering Whispers, Singing ASMR, and Coconuts Whisper. All of you, I am so grateful, and thank you so much for subscribing and helping me with this channel. I am ever grateful. It's been a privilege. It's been a privilege to post these videos, and to have anybody watching and commenting and subscribing is just the icing on the cake, and I am so very grateful. So I thank you, and like I said, today we're going to play with light and water and some stones. I'm going to try some different things, and I would be really grateful if you could let me know what you like, what maybe you didn't like so much, what you'd like to see more of, if it sets off your ASMR, the sounds of water, any and all of those things. So thank you for tuning in, and let's get started. everyone. We're continuing in our study of water and light. And I thought it would be interesting in this daylight shot, to play with some different stones in the bowl as well as water. So these are some blue glass stones. And these are some blue and clear plastic pieces, actually. I think they're meant for fish tanks. So that certainly looks pretty, and I like the way it catches the light. And now we're going to try adding some water. So first thing I notice is that many of the plastic pieces are floating. Not all of them, mind you. Well, the glass ones do not. And so it looks a little bit like ice. Oh, and now that's interesting. I bet there are bubbles in the plastic. And so it took time for them to fill with water. Because now that they're pretty much all sunk, as I would have expected them to do in the first place. That's interesting. I find water very healing and nurturing. I love to be on the water. I love to just sit around, whether it's a swimming pool or an ocean or a river. I like the sound of water, not so much the kind of pouring sounds that I've been able to recreate here, but sort of the lulling and the swishing of natural water flowing, especially in a river. Some of the sounds that we can make, though, are pleasant, like, just little bits of splashing. These kinds of splashing sounds remind me of my childhood. Summer days, playing in the kiddie pool, or running through the sprinkler. Sunshine and bathing suits and popsicles, friends. A simpler time. I find it interesting that for me, and it may not be the same for everybody, or even for you, but for me, sound can remind me of a time when things were really different, that I actually remember it that way. So the sound of splashing is very reminiscent of childlike, carefree, playful feelings. And when I hear it, I can close my eyes and be back there. Now, I didn't intend this, but because the plastic pieces are lighter, when I swish my hand like this, they move very reminiscent of the sound of ice cubes. I like that very light clinking sound that they make. Now, there's another sound that I really liked to do with water when I was a kid, and that was the sound of skipping rocks and of throwing small pieces into the water. So I won't be able to skip rocks, but let's see what happens when we drop one of the plastic pieces into the water. And now I have a couple of glass ones that we can try. So the glass is certainly lots heavier. I love the gentle sounds if I move the glass and the plastic pieces slowly. And of course, there would be a difference when we rub glass pieces between our hands. And now let's try for what it would sound like with the plastic. That sounds a lot like the dice. And I wonder what my hand looks like as I run it behind the bowl here. If it makes any interesting variations because of the water. I like the gentle ping of the sound of tapping on glass. So I wonder, what are some of your favorite childhood memories that have to do with sound? When you hear a specific sound. For me, water splashing is a really pleasant one. One of my friends told me recently that one of her happy sounds is the sound of a car driving slowly on a gravel road. And I think for her, it reminded her of fun times driving up to the cottage with her family and how it was kind of quiet on that road. So they could really hear that sound, especially growing up a city child. So I wonder what some of your happy sounds are that remind you of things, that bring you back to a pleasant place. And I'd love it if you would share those with me in your comments. Sometimes I have ideas I want to try video and they work. Sometimes I have ideas and I want to try video and they don't work so well. I'm not sure if this was a pass or fail. It's been interesting enough that I will certainly be posting it. And I liked some of the variation with water and light. And I think before I let you go for today, we're going to try the variated light, colored light, behind the bowl and see if it has any effect in the daytime. I knew it would in the dark, but I don't know if it will in the daytime, so we'll certainly try that before I close this video for you guys. So I brought the globe back, and as it changes from color to color light, and I think you can see it through the bowl, but it doesn't have the same effect as it does in the dark. where you can really, really see the colors. I think it's just there. And yet, water and light and glass, those are components that, I don't know, I'm always drawn to them. I'm drawn to water, I'm drawn to different lights and colors. And I'm drawn to things you can see through, like glass and marbles and plastics and different things. I like shiny things. So I kind of like the play between them. It's a kind of visual ASMR for me, if you will. ASMR for me is really mostly induced by sound, and I enjoy that greatly. But the visual, certainly gentle, moving things, light, dark, coming from the background to the foreground slowly. Those are things that will have an impact on my experience of ASMR in a video. And so I thank you for joining me for this experiment, and I would be greatly appreciative if you would let me know some of your thoughts on what you enjoyed, what you may not have enjoyed so much, what you'd like to see more of. Do you like water sounds? Do you like the sounds of the marbles? What works for you? And did you like the water pouring sounds? Did you enjoy seeing the colors against the dark background in the beginning of the video? So those are all things that I would love to hear from you about. And just for you to say hello. I'm creatively calm. As always, it's been a privilege to have you here. And I hope that you sleep well. Good night, YouTube.